Greetings, friends and family. Sankofa here with a morning yoga routine. Giving thanks that you're here with me, giving thanks that I'm here with Mother Nature. They call me Mr. Grassroots. Now, for those of you who are interested in workshops and some of the things that you'll be seeing me do and share with you today, you're welcome to reach on out. Mystic Arts and Crafts is the name of the healing center. Um, we sometimes will host yoga, morning yoga, afternoon yoga at the park here at Odell Weeks. There are other places that I like to host yoga as well, but for those of you who would like to join on board, reach on out. If you have a group that would like to participate, also reach on out, just let me know so we can schedule it and make sure that we can meet. So those of you who have joined me during meditation realize that I often speak of deep breathing and visualization as a large aspect of that meditation. So yoga, or in the yoga that we will share in together today, we are also using deep breathing and visualization. Now for certain specific postures, there's different kinds of breathing techniques that will help to serve to better benefit from specific postures. Today we'll be using the breathing technique that you have learned from me before, breathing in through the nose, filling the belly, but then from belly, filling the belly, filling the chest, and then exhaling. So that's a three-part breath. In through the nose, we fill the belly, then the chest, then we exhale softly and slowly. All right? Now there are times when you're in certain postures where you might breathe a little more heavily, and do what you have to do. When we practice these forms of breathing, we practice these techniques of yogic stretches, it helps us to build a better sense of mastery in whatever it is that we're attempting to do. That's anything, you know. Practice makes good, right? So my yoga teacher, when I was in college, presented to me the idea that the philosophy of yoga is an aspect of no pain. She taught me that once you go as far as you can go, then the next time you can go a little further. So we don't try to push beyond that point for the most part, just to the point that we can go, and we hold that posture for a series of breaths. Okay? So I have with me today a tool. This is a yoga block. This yoga block will help when you set it under your butt to present a better posture. All right. So when you're sitting upright, it allows for the Kundalini to move throughout the body with a bit more accuracy. Now, other things you can use as well. You can use a rolled-up yoga mat. You can use a pillow, preferably a firm pillow, because it helps you to keep propped up properly. With this particular yoga block, it can be used for other things as well, as far as placing on the ground to hold yourself up high. All right. So as we're working with different movements, postures, and techniques, just bear with me. If there are any questions, just reach on out and let me know. All right. So as we begin, we will begin in Virchundasa. We will sit. Now you can sit lotus. Lotus is when you fold your legs in. You can sit full lotus, half lotus, whatever is most comfortable for you. All right. So as we sit here, breathing in deeply, in through the nose, exhaling softly and slowly through the nose, allowing your eyes to close. So this first part is more of a meditative aspect. The entire yoga practice will be meditation. We will go into moving meditation shortly. But the first part, we just want to sit and get comfortable. For those of you who aren't able to sit as I'm sitting now, that's okay. As long as you're comfortable. You can sit like this. You can sit in a chair. Whatever works best for you. Adaptive yoga is a beautiful thing. Work with what you know of yourself. So, as I spoke of, the yoga block, I'm going to sit under my butt to help me to prop myself up enough so that my posture is straight without straining. So as I breathe in deep, in through the nose, I visualize the breath is light. As I exhale, softly and slowly closing my eyes, I visualize that very breath being released, all the stagnant energy that I've carried with me being released. Deep, full inhales as you breathe in deep, Visualize the breath as light as it enters into the nasal passage, as it fills the belly, as it fuels your blood flow. Deep and full breaths. Now, on your third breath, we're going to work with a series of 3 breaths for each posture. Your third breath, breathe in deep and hold on to the breath. Hold it for as long as you can. Feel it pulsating, wanting and waiting to be released. And only at the point where you can't hold the breath any longer, open the mouth, placing the tongue at the roof of the mouth. There's a pressure point there. And exhale with a relaxing the shoulders. Very good. So each posture we'll move into will glide into the next. So watch carefully, watch closely. From here, I'm going to sit to the side. I'm going to move forward, placing my hands in front of me, my knees beneath me, about a shoulder length apart. I'm going to prop my feet downwards, and I'm going to lean back, stretching my hands forward, moving my fingers, crawling my fingertips forward, stretching. Your belly should rest between your legs, deep and full. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. As we inhale, we breathe in light, we breathe in love. As we exhale, we fall deeper into our stretch. 3 full breaths. Just 3 though. And on that third breath, on the exhale, each movement on the exhale is when we start to move into the next posture for the most part. So on the exhale, we're going to come forward. We're going to prop our feet up, bring our knees in a little bit, directly beneath us. We're going to come up. And we're going to do cat and cow. So breathe in deep. As you exhale, pushing the back up, rolling the back like a cat. As you breathe in deep, exhale, dropping the belly, arching the back, pulling the head upwards, reaching towards the sky. Allow your eyes to kind of roll towards the back of your head, so as though you're trying to see behind you by looking straight up. Breathe in deep. As you exhale, arching the back again, back into cat. Breathing in deep. Exhaling, dropping the belly. Please excuse me. I have an alarm going off here. Keep breathing. So, from here, we breathe in deep. As we exhale, into plank. Looking forward, breathing in deep. Keep that breath, okay? Deep, full inhales, soft, slow exhales. And on the third breath, we'll bring one leg in. Breathe in deep. Bring the next leg in. Breathe in deep. Exhale, coming up. Inhale. Exhale. Turning to the side. Inhale, exhale. Foot to toe. Inhale, exhale. Leg extends. Arms stretched out into strong warrior. As you breathe in deep, the exhales will begin to fold and move further into our movements. So from this point, we stare at our hand. One hand is flat. The other hand gets turned this way. So we look back at our thumb, folding into a triangle pose. Deep, full inhales, breathing in deep. Now this triangle pose, you're attempting to get your body as flat as possible, as though you would fit in between a wall or 2 sheets of paper. Breathe in deep and stare into your thumb. The idea is that as you stare into your thumb, your hands are straight, your body is straight, you'll feel a stretch, pull in several different areas. Your lower back, you'll feel a little bit. You'll feel it in your shoulders a little bit. You'll also feel it in your legs a little bit. So breathe in deep, deep and full. On the third exhale, we fold our hands down, bring it back around, and back into plank. Breathing in deep, deep and full. As you inhale, exhale, drop the legs down. Inhale, exhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring one arm up, one leg back. The opposite hand versus the leg. Breathe in deep, 3 breaths, and hold it. Deep and full. On the third exhale, we release. Breathing in deep, deep and full. On the exhale, the opposite side. We always do both sides. Breathe in deep, deep and full. Hold the pose, 3 deep, full breaths. On the third breath, bringing the arm back down, breathing in deep, always breathing in deep, deep and full. As we exhale, we take one arm and then slide it up underneath the other arm, arching back a little bit, bending forward, deep and full. Breathing in, 3 breaths. It should be a more relaxed pose. Deep and full, soft, slow exhales. And release. We'll slide the hand back, breathing in deep. On the exhale, slide the other hand down. Remember, deep and full. And your third breath. Releasing from posture. Bending down to hop forward. Standing up. Now I'll face you so you can see this posture a little better. We'll go into eagle pose. So breathe in deep. As you breathe in deep, you'll arch your foot a little bit, pointing it forward, wrap it around. Now, there is an adapted form to this. Those of you who are new to this, I wouldn't advise you try this in its fullness. The adapted form is taking the foot and placing it next to the other foot. And the legs begin to cross a little bit, where one knee rests just below the other one, so that when you bend down, you can bend down pretty far. Now, as you do so, just remember to be careful, take your time, only go as far as you can go. The next time you will be able to go further. Now, the full pose would be coming around and wrapping around the leg. Right? So from here, the arms out like wings, and they come, and they wrap around, breathe in deep, and then press. By pressing, we're pressing our body down into itself. Deep and full breaths, 3 breaths, deep and full. On that third breath, release. Good, very good. Now we're going to do the other side. Now, for most people, one side is a little easier to stretch than the other. Different sides of the body aren't usually very balanced with each other, but by practicing more yoga, you can help to stimulate that balance. Now the arms, pressing down into the body. Don't forget to breathe, deep and full, deep and full. On the third breath, release. Very good. Now from here, we'll continue to breathe deep. Don't forget to breathe. In between each pose, breathe. Throughout each pose, breathe. Deep and full. Create your patterns of breathing. That will help to stimulate the strength that you need, the endurance that you need, and to give the oxygen to the different muscles in your body that they need in order for when they stretch. They don't tear, they just stretch, and they rebuild themselves even stronger. So from this pose, we'll go into tree pose. That's bringing the leg up. Now, for some of you, this is the adaptive form. You hold on to the leg, bringing the hand into heart center, okay? And for those of you who are a little bit more advanced, instead of holding on to the leg, you leave the leg there, and you bring the hands into heart center together. Breathing in deep and full, 3 full breaths. On the third breath, interlock the fingers, bring the hand straight up as though you're reaching for the heavens. The arm should fall behind your ears. Continue to breathe deep, deep and full. Soft, slow exhales. On your third breath, release, bringing it back to heart center. The leg down, relax the arms, rotate the shoulders. Whenever we're doing stretches that affect the shoulders, it's good to rotate them. That will help to massage them some. From this point, we grab this foot and bring it on in. And as I said, for those of you who needed the adaptive form, hold on to this leg. Don't feel bashful about that. It's often actually very good for you to have a wall that you can press your hand next to in order to maintain a sense of balance so that you can have better programming for the muscle memory so that eventually you'll be able to do it without a wall at all. That's if you need it. The balance is one of the key parts of tree pose, and that's what this is, tree pose. So the hands to heart center, breathing in deep, deep and full. And on your exhales, third, release. Sorry, we didn't bring our hands up, did we? Bring it up. Hands to center, then up. 3 deep, full breaths, deep and full. Remember what I said, one side is sometimes less balanced than the other, but the practice will make good. Breathing in deep, stretch all the way to the sky. On your third exhale, then release. Bringing the hands down to heart center, releasing the leg. From this point, we'll breathe in deep. And we're going to add something that is a little different. We're going to stretch our legs out a little bit about shoulder length apart. We're going to bend the knees slightly, not all the way, just slightly. And as we breathe in, we're going to pull from the earth and focus on the idea of the energy that comes from the earth. Now, all these poses that we shared today, visualization would be so helpful. As we go deeper into yoga, I will go deeper into the explanation and the description of things that we will visualize. For now, it is good to learn the practice itself, add the visualization to it, and then you will help to maintain your own practice. All right? Lots of ways that you can do this. As we breathe in deep, we pull in from the earth, straighten the legs some. As we exhale, we bend down and push forward. Good. As we breathe in, we open up heart center. As we exhale, we bring it back down around like an orb of energy. As we breathe in, we pull it into ourselves. As we exhale, push it back down to the earth. Now this is the pattern we're working with. Breathe in deep, pull it up from the earth into the body. As we exhale, pushing it forward, out into the atmosphere. As we inhale, opening up the heart center. As we exhale, bringing it back down like an orb of energy to the center. Good. Breathing in deep, we're pulling into self. As we exhale, push back down into the earth. As we inhale, pulling up. As we exhale, pushing out. As we inhale, opening up the heart center. As we exhale, coming back down as an orb of energy. Very good. As we inhale, breathing into ourselves. As we exhale, pushing it down, the leg up towards the sky. Very good. Breathing in, pulling in into the body, shifting our pattern. And the other leg up towards the sky. Breathing in, bringing it back into the body, and pushing down towards the earth. Breathing in, pulling it back into the body, exhaling, push it out into the atmosphere. Breathe in deep, open up the heart center. Exhale, bring it into that orb of energy. Very good. Take your time. Breathing in deep. We're breathing into ourselves. Exhaling, pushing it back into the earth. Bringing the legs together. Relaxing, releasing. Releasing the shoulders. Thank you again for joining me today. Peace, blessings, light, love, Ankh, Ujab, Seneb. And remember, if you are experimenting with yoga practices, there are many different forms. There's Chinese yoga, there is yoga that comes as hatha yoga. There's several different forms of it. Um, I tend to merge these different techniques together based off of what serves me and how I apply it to life. So what I share with you is the same. If you get a chance, reach on out if you need anything, especially if you have any questions. Until next time, peace.